Greetings, everyone. Pete Pardo here from Sea of Tranquility. Welcome to another episode of What's Hot with Sea of Tranquility. It's Wednesday, new release day here on the channel. Today we've got a pretty cool kind of compilation that is basically giving you some of the best material of a much-loved band from the United States. Maybe the U.S.'s first prog band ever, right, or first major prog band. I'm talking about Kansas. Inside Out Music, Sony Music are now releasing Kansas, Another Fork in the Road, 50 years of Kansas to celebrate their 50th anniversary as a band. 3 CD set. This is the European version. There is a European version and an American version of this triple disc set. And the difference is disc 2 has a slightly different track list, the European to the American one. So I kind of looked at them both and figured, well, the person, Ken Golden, has this for sale at lasercd.com. He had the European version. So before I got it, I was and to be quite honest, I thought this was all live stuff. It's the reason why I got it. I own all this stuff already. Didn't realize. I thought it was like a live retrospective from their whole career. It's actually not. These are all studio tracks. Anyway, disc 2 differs by a couple tracks, European versus the American release. So before you order from wherever you order, you may want to take a look. All right. So if you're not someone who has all the Kansas albums already, and you're looking to get something to give you a nice introduction to their whole career, you may want to take a look at both versions to see which one makes more sense for you. But anyway, this is the European version. Let's take a look. It's housing a nice little kind of digipack, digibook type of thing. Great live shots and all sorts of stuff all throughout. Let's take a look at the booklet here, which comes out of a little sleeve. All sorts of history about the band, lots of cool memorabilia, photographs and things. Pretty cool stuff. You know, this is for, I would say this is for the newbie, or if you're a longtime Kansas follower, you have all this stuff, other than something I'll tell you about in a second. But for the most part, this is perfect for someone who's looking, maybe has a couple of Kansas albums, doesn't have everything, wants to get some flavors from throughout their career. Like maybe you only have Left Overture and Point of No Return, you don't have anything else, you want to hear some of the early stuff, you want to hear some of the later stuff, you get plenty of all that on here, right? So disc 1, the one new thing that is new on here is there is a 2022 version of Can I Tell You, okay, with the current lineup of the band, which is pretty cool. But then, and what's really great, I don't know if you can really see it, but they give you all the track listings and they tell you exactly what album it came off and the year, which is really cool. So you get the Absence of Presence and Throwing Mountains from the Absence of Presence, right, from 2020. You get Crowded Isolation and Summer and the Voyage of 818 from the Prelude Implicit from 2016. You get Icarus 2 from Somewhere to Elsewhere. Also The Coming Dawn, Thanatopsis from Somewhere to Elsewhere. Also Distant Vision from Somewhere to Elsewhere. That was 2000. You get The Wall, Dust in the Wind from Always Never the Same. You get Desperate Times and Under the Knife from Freaks of Nature from 1995. You get from The Spirit of Things, you have House on Fire and Rainmaker. Okay, those two albums they did with Steve Morse in 1988. From the Power album in 1986, also with Steve Morse, Silhouettes in Disguise, Secret Service, and Three Pretenders. From Drastic Measures from 1983, you get End of the Age, Incident on a Bridge. From Vinyl Confessions from 82, you get Play the Game Tonight, Crossfire, and Windows. From the Underrated Audio Visions, the last album with Steve Walsh for a few years, that's from 1980. You get Hold On, Loner, No One Together. And in fact, on the English version, the US version, you get, I believe, Curtain of Iron is from Audio Visions on that particular one. Great song. Let's see, where are we? From Monolith, to finish out disc 2, you get On the Other Side and How My Soul Cries Out for You from 1979. Ironically, No People of the South Wind, right? So this is not quite a greatest hit set. as you'll see right as we kind of continue on here. But a lot of good deep tracks on this. Some of the hits as well. Also, I think on the American version, you get Fight Fire with Fire, which is not on here. Okay. Also, all right, disc 3. From 2 for the Show, you get a live version, the live version of Carry On Wayward Son. From Point of No Return, you get Portrait He Knew and Sparks of the Tempest. That's it, right? Strange. From Left Overture, you get Miracles Out of Nowhere and Magnum Opus. That's it. From Mask, you get Icarus Born on Wings of Steel and Child of Innocence, my 2 favorites from that album. Really good selection there. From Song for America, you get Down the Road, Song for America, and The Devil Game. And then from the first Kansas self-titled album, you get The Devil Game, Death of Mother Nature Suite, Balexis, and Journey from Mariabron. So again, you got some hits, you got some classic album tracks, you got some deep stuff, some newer stuff, some older stuff. For someone who doesn't have a lot of Kansas, this is a fantastic way to start your Kansas journey. And, you might have just about everything you need on here. You missed a lot of good stuff. Just thought I'd throw that out there. But as a way to kind of get into Kansas, this is a really good way to go. Like I said, if you have all their albums already, you don't need this. But it's a nice collection nonetheless to celebrate 50 years of the band. I would have loved if they threw more live stuff on here. I think, or made it all live stuff. I think what would have been really cool for the longtime fan is to have maybe the same track listing but live versions of these from all throughout the years. I think would have been pretty terrific. But they didn't consult me when they were putting it together. Too bad. Anyway, so there you have it. 50 years of Kansas. Another fork in the road. This is the European version. There is a U.S. version as well, so go check them both out. See which one's right for you. And visit us on the web at www.seaoftranquility.org. We're on Facebook. We're on YouTube. All together. All the damn time. Please subscribe if you haven't already and click on that notification bell so you get alert of all of our content as it posts. And please do hit the like button before you leave. Very, very important. And also down below, if you care to make a channel donation, we have the links to our Ko-Fi page and as well as our merch page. So thanks for watching, everybody. I am Pete Pardo. See you real soon here on the channel. Till then. Have a good one. Bye-bye.